"Look, I'm just not attracted to you anymore," said my boyfriend at our 10th anniversary dinner. And I felt my heart freeze, all the blood drained from my face, and I opened my mouth to stammer something in response, but I was already too late. Because that's when she came over. That little blonde waitress sashayed over to get the check, and okay, I guess she was pretty, but nothing special though, not like a supermodel or anything. And as she leaned over to grab the credit card, that's when I saw it. His eyes dragged themselves from my face, stuck themselves to her face, her breasts, her waist, and crawled all over her, like his eyes were video cameras making movies of her body. And you know what? In our 10 years together, he never once looked at me like that. And that's when the moment just exploded, like a nail bomb in the center of my heart, because she looked at my boyfriend with her professional dimples dancing and said, "Did you and your mother enjoy your dinner?" I felt a hot blush of shame and rage stain my cheeks, and I stood up in a clumsy rush, desperate to escape, run, just get away. But as I jerked to my feet, I saw the three of us reflected in the restaurant wall mirrors, and it was like a scene from a movie. There was my boyfriend, there was the heroine, the young, pretty blonde girl, and then there was me. The overweight, graying, 49-year-old mother of 3. And I saw how I didn't belong in that movie scene. I saw how perfect they looked together, and how invisible I really was. That night I huddled alone in the cold, spare bedroom of our house. All I could think of was the look on Damien's face when he saw her. The desire shining in his eyes, the way he'd never once looked at me like that. And I wondered what was wrong with me. How a man could have a good, loyal, wonderful woman waiting for him at home. A woman who loved him. A woman who'd do anything for him. And that still wasn't enough? Then I thought of the stack of secret magazines in his desk. Magazines he didn't know I knew about. Magazines showing women who were half my age and half my size. And finally, I thought of the worst broken promise of all. All the times he'd sworn I was the one for him, that he couldn't wait to marry me. Just as soon as the timing's right, he'd say, kissing me and smiling and lying right into my eyes. I held myself and cried and muffled it in the pillow so I wouldn't wake my daughters. And by the time morning came, I had made a decision. As soon as it was light out, I got out of bed, took off my robe, and in the harsh light of early morning, I stared at my naked body closely in the full-length mirror. So what did I see? Well, I saw a 49-year-old woman with wiry grayish-brown hair and a dumpy middle-aged body. I mean, I wasn't ugly, but I knew I'd never again be thought of as hot, and that as an over 40 woman, my worth as a lover, a girlfriend, a woman was diminishing with every passing moment. And I knew I had a choice to make. Choice 1. I could accept that this was just the way the world was, that growing older means growing powerless, invisible to men. Just let my guy go and hope that I would somehow meet a guy my own age who wanted me too, instead of all the younger women out there. Or I could decide to be smart. I could decide to find out the actual truth about what men actually want from a woman and a relationship. The actual truth that no man would ever tell a woman. The truth that would make my man not just want, but need to be with me, and only me until the end of time. I think you can see it really wasn't a choice at all, was it? So, determined and excited, I began on my mission. I pored over relationship advice and read articles and studied books and websites and videos like a nerd studying for the biggest exam of her life. And right away, I ran face first into a massive brick wall. All I could find was advice on how to feel shame and panic about my imperfections, that 2 wrinkles and a stretch mark and you're marked down like yesterday's bread, that once you hit your 30s, never mind your 40s, and God forbid you ever turn 50, you're no longer desirable, no longer beautiful, no longer powerful in any way at all. Was this really the message I wanted to believe? The message I wanted my daughters growing up to believe? I simply couldn't do it. I knew that growing older didn't mean you had to give up on true love. My heart told me there simply must be more. And as I wrestled with the complete lack of help or advice for women in my situation, well, I guess my guardian angel must have stepped in, because that's when something happened that transformed my love life forever. Something that gave me the real love I'd always wanted, just like it will for you too. And it happened at the local theme park. As my daughters and I were waiting in line for the roller coaster, I had a totally weird thought. Why the heck do people go to theme parks in the first place? Well, because of the adrenaline rush, right? That rush that takes you over and makes you tingle and scream and giggle and shriek. That rush that fills you with a surge of hormones and chemicals so strong that it's like a high. That rush that pastes a huge smile on your face. That rush that makes you feel silly and electric and alive and happy and connected. That rush that's almost like being in love. And I wished there was some way I could put that love drug feeling into a pill and just give it to my man. And that's when it happened. The moment that led to me having an incredible power over men. A power that transformed my love life forever. A power that I want to give to you too. Because it turns out I was onto something with that love drug idea. Turns out that science has recently discovered something truly shocking. Something that prickled all the hairs on the nape of my neck when I discovered it. Something that is going to change your life forever, just like it did for me and hundreds of other women around the world. Turns out there is an actual commitment chemical in the male mind. A commitment chemical that's stronger than any roller coaster, any alcohol, or any addiction. A commitment chemical that physically shuts down the male brain's ability to feel dislike or think negative thoughts. A chemical that biologically forces any man who feels it to forget his boredom, his commitment issues, or his lack of interest, and literally become chemically addicted to you so intensely that he simply can't resist. How can I be so sure? Simple. Because this time, I didn't mess around with relationship articles. I went straight to the science and squeezed the secret proven truths from the brain of the experts like a madwoman squeezing sweet juice from 1,000 oranges. I tracked down neurobiologists and human behavior experts and quizzed them mercilessly. I forced them to drag out brain scans and listened agog as they told me about the existence of actual love chemicals inside the human brain and how to specifically trigger these chemicals to your advantage. I talked to addiction counselors and physiology experts who told me about the chemical addictions taking place in his brain when he falls in love with you, and I watched in awe as they reverse-engineered the process of addiction and emotional love in the brain and linked it to a certain set of chemicals anyone can trigger in the human brain under the right circumstances. I interviewed neurologists, relationship scientists, and sex therapists, and I listened bug-eyed as they revealed how to use the secret commitment language of men to trigger a powerful overflow of love and attraction emotions inside a man's mind. I met a relationship counselor who told me about emotional sterility and how it can happen to even the best men, and how to use something called impulse conditioning to stop it from ever happening with your man. I spoke to my journalist friends and bribed them with alcohol until they revealed exactly how the most hated celebrities of all still get everyone to love them by using secret scripts that make the paparazzi like them, while other genuinely nice celebrities were trash-talked. I sneaked into university lectures and talked to professors in evolutionary biochemistry, and my heart pounded as they told me that this devastatingly powerful chemical is nature's way of forcing even the most unlikely couples to fall in love. And then, my mind spinning like a top while the creativity and inspiration boiled in my brain. I worked and slaved and drank coffee and edited and created and worked some more, and slowly, agonizingly, I compacted everything down to 30 brilliant, no-fail, foolproof scripts and methods that would biologically force even my uninterested, commitment-phobic man to become chemically addicted to me so intensely that no other woman could compare. And when I was done, I did something I'm actually kind of ashamed of. I picked up my cell phone and tested out my discoveries by using my ex Damien as a guinea pig. I texted out the monogamy junkie script. A clever little phrase I'd created that gets a man to subconsciously convince himself that you are his ultimate dream girl and sweetheart. And, my palms sweating, then I pressed send. And when I checked my phone half an hour later, I saw not one, not two, but 4 missed calls from Damien. First message. Gloria, it's Damien. Listen, can you call me when you get this? Next message. Gloria, it's Damien again. I'm not messing around. Call me. Third message. Okay, this is for real. Can I come and see you? I want to talk face to face. The final message was short and to the point. I'm coming round. If you're not there, I'll wait. Then, bam, bam, bam! My heart fluttering, I knew exactly who was hammering on my door. And I rushed over, thinking I'd open the door and say something light and casual. But I never got a chance, because his mouth was on mine. His arms were around me. My heart was beating through my chest, and one thing led to another, and we ended up making crazy, tender, shockingly emotional love right there on the floor of my hallway. We couldn't even make it to the bedroom. The next morning, lying in bed with his arms wrapped around me, I thought about how once he's had sex with you, so many men's feelings can change in a heartbeat. So, over breakfast, I casually slipped my endless attraction phrase into the conversation. A little trick I got from a neuroscientist that's designed to spark a man's emotions into powerful shocks and spikes of addictive adrenaline and desire. So what happened next? Well, at first, absolutely nothing. But then, something truly outrageous happened. The next evening, Damien asked me to dinner, and when I got out of the car, fear knotted in the pit of my stomach because we were back at that restaurant again. Damien, no, I begged, as he tugged me towards the door. It's okay, Gloria, just trust me, he shouted over his shoulder. So I walked hesitantly in after him. Dinner was fine, I guess, but it was afterwards that the really crazy thing happened. Because as I slurped down the last mouthful of dessert, I felt something hard, clinking on my back teeth. Oh no, I thought, fishing frantically in my mouth. I've chipped a tooth. But it wasn't a tooth. Can you guess what it was? It was the most beautiful, elegant, gorgeous diamond ring I've ever seen in my life. Shocked, I looked up at Damien and saw his face radiant and beaming with a happiness and nervousness like I'd never seen before. Gloria, he whispered, reaching across the table. I was stupid before, so stupid. The last few days have made me realize that I don't want to go through a single day, a single second without you by my side. So if you can find it in your heart to forgive me, I want to spend the rest of my life making you the happiest woman who ever walked the face of the earth. Please say yes. I paused, just to really savor the moment. And then I said yes, and we were kissing and crying and wiping each other's tears away. I saw her wiggling over to our table, smiling, just begging to be noticed. But this time, things were different. Because now my man was too busy staring into my eyes, kissing my lips, and whispering how much he loved me, wanted me, needed me, to even notice her at all. The next day, my best friend Kara dropped round, and her eyes zoomed onto my ring like magnets. She couldn't believe her eyes. She insisted I tell her exactly how I turned the breakup into an engagement. So, blushing, I shyly showed her my notes. And she ran off and used them behind my back. See, Kara had a problem. She always had men avoiding her after the first date. She would spend hours obsessively checking her phone, just hoping a guy would want to see her again. But nobody ever did. She ended up using my emotional force field technique on her very next date, and he told her even before the first drink was down his throat that he found her incredibly intelligent, beautiful, and irresistible. And now, for the first time in 2 years, she is in a happy, loving, committed long-term relationship with him. A relationship where, right from the start, he chased after her, the way it should be. The following week, I got a call from my older sister. She was in tears because her husband would never help around the house, be romantic at all, or spend a single moment paying attention to her. And as a result, she constantly felt unwanted, unattractive, and unloved in her marriage. I just gave her my notes with a wink. She used my hidden fantasy technique on her husband while he was slumped in front of the television. She said his face lit up like a kid in a candy store, and later that same night, he gave her a huge bunch of flowers and asked if he could take her away to the mountains for an adults-only weekend. Just you and me, he said excitedly, his eyes glowing. And that's when everything just exploded. I started getting pestered night and day with women who'd heard about my manual on the grapevine and were begging for a chance to use it on their dates, boyfriends, husbands, and that cute guy at the gym they'd always been too scared to talk to before. Even totally random women at the grocery store approached me and blasted me with questions like a fireman's hose in my face. And without fail, I handed over my notes and listened in awe to their ecstatic phone calls just hours or days later, telling me how easy it was to get a man to completely open his heart and beg for passionate, loving monogamy using any one of these 30 simple methods. So I started calling my little manual, Make Him a Monogamy Junkie, because that's exactly what happens when you use it in your life on your man. Simply by using these incredibly simple and innocent scripts on him, you spark an overwhelming overflow of this all-powerful commitment chemical in his brain to become the one woman who rouses him to be ecstatically monogamous for the rest of his life. The one woman who inspires him to become the strong, committed man he was always meant to be. The one woman he just can't stay away from. Okay, Gloria, enough foreplay. I know you've discovered a way to make any man choose to commit forever by triggering that commitment chemical you keep blabbing about. But how do I actually do it? Well, it's so easy once you know how, because the simple truth is, it's brain chemistry. Proven, no-fail, documented science. The addictive science of love and desire. Science that gives you the power over his feelings and his biological need to move the relationship forward. Simply by using 30 tested and proven scripts that slide into his mind and trigger an immediate and ruthlessly addictive surge of the most powerful love chemical known to humankind, norepinephrine. Brain scans show us that norepinephrine is literally the strongest love chemical of all. That's why scientists and biologists call it the commitment chemical, because that's what it does. It chemically compels a man to excitedly choose to commit to passionate monogamy with you forever. In fact, there are now peer-reviewed clinical studies proving that this chemical literally biologically shuts down his brain's ability to think negative thoughts about you, or even feel indifference, uncertainty, or dislike towards you. Which means, just by using any one of these 30 innocent tricks or techniques on him, you can literally make a man become biologically unable to see any flaws in you at all. And he will see you as the only woman who can make him want to commit. The only woman who can make him chemically addicted to the sight of your beautiful face, the softness of your skin, and the sweetness of your presence in his life, in his arms and in his heart. And this commitment chemical will work for you, no matter how big of a player he is, no matter if he's already broken up with you and is seeing someone else, no matter if you feel completely overlooked and even invisible to him, no matter if he's just not attracted to you right now, no matter if he's a total player and you just can't compete with the other women in his life, no matter if you just feel like men are too confusing and you don't know what to do or say to make him love you, no matter if he just sees you as a friend, no matter if he only sees you as a booty call, no matter if he's fallen out of love and you think everything's ruined, no matter if he's already told you to your face that he doesn't want you, and no matter if you think you've tried everything. So here's just a tiny sample of the amazing secrets you're going to discover and the incredible results you're going to see exploding in your life when you choose to invest in the devastating power of Make Him a Monogamy Junkie today. First, are you involved with a commitment-phobic man who won't move the relationship forward but won't let you go? Here's the monogamy junkie script. Just whisper these simple words in his ear and watch as he subconsciously convinces himself that you are his ultimate dream girl. In fact, the moment you use this script on him, either by phone, in person, via email, or via text, he will instinctively begin to fantasize about sliding a ring on your finger, waking up next to your beautiful face every morning for the rest of his life, and making you his forever. Even if he's terrified of commitment, when you use this phrase, he will start to believe that you are the most precious gift of his life. Next, are you afraid that he's losing interest in you, or that he just didn't want you that badly to begin with? Here's the emotional force field technique, the art of talking to a man in a special, innocent way that will penetrate past his logical brain to his emotional core, unconsciously conditioning him to experience such raging surges of attraction and desire for you that he will embarrassingly crave your love in the same way a fat kid craves candy. Do you know about the endless attraction phrase? This sparks a man's emotions into powerful shocks and spikes of adrenaline, and he'll bellow from the rooftops that you're his dream girl, true love and soulmate, and he'll rack his brain excruciatingly just to cook up new ways to convince you to be his one and only forever. Are you stuck with a man who just doesn't seem that passionate anymore? I'll show you how to use the hidden fantasy. Just use this and watch as he becomes so stuck on you that he can't even think straight. His heart will pound like a church bell, and his mouth will go dry with excitement at the mere thought of you, and the moment you use it, his face will light up with a deep-seated desire to cherish you, spoil you, and treat you like an absolute princess, or maybe his queen. Next, do you feel like his attraction for you is dying? Here's the rev and kill kiss that will have him feeling that you are the most devilishly charming, smart, and irresistibly sexy woman he's ever met in his life. This is the fastest and most fun way to have a man go from being completely uninterested to being so obsessively addicted to you that he won't be able to stop himself from devoting himself, heart, body, and soul to making you his. Because when it comes to other women, he'll see you as the one woman who broke the scale. Now, are you with a cold, robotic man whose blood is made of ice water and he just doesn't show his emotions? Try fire and ice, the sneaky superpower technique that will instantly transform the most emotionless cyborg of a man into a shamelessly addicted, tender lover who is so open, unconditionally affectionate, and eager that you almost can't believe it's the same man. Next, do you want to know exactly how he really feels about you? Try the emotional X-ray, the easiest, simplest, and most fun way to read a man's mind, without any awkward questions or weird conversations at all. This will allow you to see into the innermost private core of a man's mind, just like you've literally peeled off the top of his head and can look directly into the darkest, deepest part of his brain. Next, would you like to know what it's like to have a man beg you to commit to him forever? Try the future wife script, an ingenious little phrase that psychologically trains him to see you as the only woman he could ever marry. How? By unleashing an irresistibly powerful brew of ruthlessly effective and addictive commitment chemicals inside his brain, biologically forcing him to flush out even the stubbornest vestiges of commitment phobia and experience an uncontrollable surge of ecstatic determination to make you his forever, even if right now he swears he'll never commit. Heck, and let's not even talk about the honesty conditioning script that allows you to psychologically condition him to always tell you the truth and literally bare his heart and soul to you like a patient under the knife for open heart surgery. Hint: understanding a man's deepest thoughts in this simple way makes the difference between a man losing interest and shutting you out of his heart forever and having him eagerly fantasize about sliding a ring on your finger, seeing you in your white dress, and meeting you at the altar to make you his true love forever. Now, did you make a huge mistake with him and you're frightened he'll leave you over it? Here's the forgive and forget phrase that will powerfully rub out the part of his brain that holds negative memories, just like a gigantic pencil eraser rubbing out a spelling mistake. This will have even the most offended and outraged man forgiving you for everything, crawling back on his hands and knees and begging you for a second chance with his heart in his mouth. Are you tired of having that argument with him? Here's the sudden superpower script that gives you the ability to instantly convert even the ugliest argument, disagreement, or fight into an overwhelming chemical compulsion deep within his brain to agree with your point of view, shower you with sweet apologies, and slave his guts out to put a huge, goofy smile on your face in whatever way necessary. Next, are you with a man who sees you as just a friend, or just a booty call? Use my desire amplifier on him and watch as in the next few days he's slowly but completely overcome by a crazy urgency to upgrade your relationship. And don't be surprised when he does a complete 180 and begs you for a chance to make you his exclusive girlfriend, fiancé, or even his wife. And so much more that I simply don't have time to go into right now. So, will the Make Him a Monogamy Junkie program work for you? Well, honestly, it may not be right for you if you already have an amazing, handsome, successful man begging you to be his exclusive girlfriend, and you already know that this man is the one, your one, and he tells you every day that he feels the same about you. Or if you never have a moment's anxiety in your love life because the man you're with loves you so deeply and passionately that you spend every moment feeling safe, secure, warm, and adored. Or when you're out with a guy, he doesn't even notice other pretty women walking by because he's fallen so hard for you. Or if you're already in love with an incredible man who loves you back just the same and he's the one talking about marriage and kids and all your friends are jealous because you have the kind of astounding miracle love that they wish they got to experience. Bottom line, if you are already truly happy with your love life and you're with an amazing man already and you know with absolute certainty that nothing and no one will ever pull you apart, then this program has nothing to teach you, and you're free to go with my blessing. However, this program may very well be exactly right for you if you would love to be in a truly connected, deeply committed, lifelong relationship with your very own Prince Charming and spend every day knowing that he only has eyes for you. Or if you would love to never have to worry or stress about whether he really loves you, because he spends every moment of every day making absolutely sure you know how much he worships you as the perfect, beautiful princess you are. Or if what you want is a wonderful, bright future filled with companionship, love, partnership, and true undying love that grows stronger with age. The kind of love where you know you've got each other's backs and you never have to be lonely again because you're facing the world together with your soulmate. A man who truly loves you for the real you, the woman you are on the inside. In fact, plain English, if you want that one special man to adore you, want you, pursue you, and never stop chasing and winning you for his own. To know that he is yours, body and soul, and will never even look at another woman. Then yes, this program is for you. And I'm going to tell you exactly how you can start using it tonight. But first, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. See, when I finished the Make Him a Monogamy Junkie program, I asked my testing group of women clients how much they would pay for this program, and the price they recommended came to $197. So that's what I priced it at. Yet I still felt bad about it. See, I know the program is worth any amount of money because I know how incredibly well it works. Yet I also knew that a price of $197 would mean that some women just couldn't afford it, and that they wouldn't be able to find the real love that they absolutely deserved as a result. And that made me sad. See, what I want more than anything is for this program to work for you, because I know you want the passionate, connected, real love that makes life beautiful and worth living, the kind of miracle love that all women want, yet that so few ever get to experience. So that's why I ended up doing something dumb, yet that I don't regret at all. Because you are not going to pay $197, or the $97 I thought about cutting the price to, or even the $67 my marketing guy reluctantly agreed I could maybe drop the price to. Nope. If you act right now, you can get instant lifetime access to the full Make Him a Monogamy Junkie program, including all future package upgrades for free, for a one-time, tiny, single payment of just $47. and will finally experience the amazing, deeply committed, lifelong miracle love you absolutely deserve, starting right now. Plus, just to make this decision so simple that it's almost stupid, I'm also going to give you these 3 incredible bonuses at no extra charge whatsoever. First, you're getting the professional digital audio version of this program worth $97 absolutely free, which makes the learning process incredibly easy for you because you can listen in on your phone, iPod, car, or tablet and have access to everything you need right away, any place you happen to be. Plus, I also want to give you my secret interview I did with the USA's top male dating coach, Carlos Cavallo. Carlos normally charges $247 per hour for his advice. But today, I got him to personally teach you his most sought-after secrets of the male heart. At a dollar value of $247, today, yours free. Your third gift is something kind of controversial. It's 99 Dirty Talk Scripts, an incredible done-for-you intimacy program where you get 99 proven and tested, done-for-you dirty talk scripts that allow any woman who uses them to simply whisper a word or send a simple text message and tease him, tantalize him, and deliciously torture him. Plus, the best part? This is dirty talk that's about so much more than just sex. Learn how to use this special kind of dirty talk, and you'll discover how to spark a guy's erotic imagination to create an intensity of trust, love, and dreamy connection with a man that most women can only dream of. Dollar value? $47. Today, yours free. So let's add it all up. First, you're getting the complete Make Him a Monogamy Junkie program for just $47, and you already know it's worth at least $297. Then you're also getting the audio version, worth $97, the advanced conversation with Carlos Cavallo, worth $247, and 99 dirty talk scripts, worth $47. Add it up, and that comes to a grand total of $688. But today, you're getting everything for just one measly payment of only $47. And all you have to do to get your hands on this incredible deal is click the big Add to Cart button below right now. And you'll finally get to feel what real love from a real man feels like. Starting tonight. Plus, if you're still not sure, then this will knock you off the fence. Because if you act now, I'm also going to give you my 100%, no questions asked, money-back guarantee, which means you don't even have to decide right now. Just say maybe to Make Him a Monogamy Junkie, and you get to test drive the entire thing for free, for a full 60 days before even committing to this incredibly low price. Here's how it works. Click the button now, enter your information on the secure order form, download the program, and turn immediately to page 1. Go through the material, play with the exercises, try out the worksheets, listen to the audios, use the life-changing insights into how men work, and see for yourself how men just treat you differently now. How easy and fun it is to have that man begging you to be his and only his forever. And if within 60 days you're not absolutely ecstatic with the results you're getting, simply send me an email, and you'll get a full refund just as fast as the banks will process it. Why am I being so generous? Because it's vital to me that you're able to trust this information and that you feel safe to believe in it and use it in your life to get miracle results with men. And that's why I insist on taking all the risk on my own shoulders, so you're free to test out these amazing principles with zero anxiety. No hassles, no worries, and absolutely zero risk. Okay, that's enough chit-chat. It's time to act. Because in this moment, you're standing in a doorway, staring at a door that not 1 in 10,000 women can open. And on the other side of that door, it's everything you have ever wanted from a man. So, what will you do? Because the way I see it, you have just 2 choices. Choice 1. Walk away. Turn your back on the door. Leave this page and go back to your normal life. A life where love is hard. where men don't make sense. A life where you feel ignored, where you give your heart to the wrong guy, and where you feel taken for granted, and where your special, beautiful light shines and shines, but with nobody to see it. The fact that you're still watching with me now shows me that you know your approach to love hasn't been working for you, that you know you want more from men. And that's why I believe you want to take the second choice. Put your hand on the doorknob, turn it, and walk through with me right now. Just say maybe to make him a monogamy junkie right now. Let me give you the tools you need to get the love you've wanted for so very, very long. Just make one tiny, easy decision right now. A decision that's going to change the rest of your life in the most incredible way possible. Discover the tools that will get you everything you've ever wanted from a man. With my 60-day guarantee, you risk nothing. And by acting now, you're getting 3/4 off. Plus, I don't want to scare you, but this could be your last chance to get the man and the love and the commitment you want so badly. After spending so long with you today, I feel like I know you. I feel like you're a lot like me. And I feel like right now, you're tired. Tired of looking for real love, real commitment from a real man. Tired of looking and searching, but never ever finding it. I'm giving you the only solution you'll ever need. The solution that worked for me. That worked for Kara. That worked for my sister. The solution that's worked for hundreds of other women already. And now, it's your turn. And you don't even have to risk anything at all. Just click the big button now, knowing that you are absolutely protected, and leap forwards with me into your incredible new life. A life where you become that one irresistible woman he simply can't resist. Give yourself the gift of attracting, committing, and keeping the true love you've always wanted. From the man you've always wanted. A man has eyes only for you, and who will never, ever leave you. In this moment right now, I'm reaching out and giving you this incredible gift for your own. So please, accept my gift to you. Take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Accept the gift that will change your life forever, starting tonight. Because everything can change for you starting right now, if you'll only let it. So this is it. The time has come to make a decision that will define the type of woman you get to be for the rest of your life. Either you'll be the woman who knows what she wants and acts on it, or you'll be the woman who turns away from true love when it was right in front of her and spend your life wondering what could have happened. I think you know it's time to make the only smart choice you can make. Just click the button. You literally can't lose. And one day, you'll look back on this moment right now and thank your lucky stars you made the right choice today. The video is now ending. This is your last chance to get my program. This is your last chance to get the juicy bonuses you will never find anywhere else. And this is your last chance to grab this hugely discounted price. Click the button now. It's time to start your new life. Now you change everything. Now your new life begins. There is nothing to fear and everything to gain. Thank you for watching. I'm so happy you joined me today. Go ahead and place your order. Click right now. Still here? Let me leave you with a final thought. I'm not trying to get heavy here, but I want you to know that the advice you get from your friends, magazines, TV, books, and websites, it's just not enough. Following that advice almost ruined everything for me, and I don't want that for you. So if you want more from love, and I know you do, then I beg you, listen to your heart today. You and I are in this together. I've been there myself. I've mapped out every step ahead of time for you, so there is nothing to fear and no way you can lose. I've safety guarded everything for you so that your choice to join my program today is 100% risk-free no matter what. And all you have to do is take a single step forward. Click the button now. Join the hundreds of other women who've already used this program to transform everything forever. Claim your discounted enrollment fee. I can't wait to see you on the other side. Please go ahead and click the button to order right now.